you know what, if I get this Ferrari, people will be impressed with me. I'm going to be the man.
Exactly.
You know, okay, when you get the Ferrari, then what? What's next? Okay, people want you to do this. Be with this girl.
It's
have
never
this house.
ending.
It will never, ever, ever end.
Hi, and welcome back. Today we've got a great panel for you guys. I'll let them introduce themselves. Starting from the right, we have...
Hello guys, my name is Yassine, and I am an engineering student.
Hello guys, my name is Ladan and I'm a social media editor.
Hello, my name is Miski and I'm a teacher.
Hello, my name is Adiftah and I'm a student.
Ladies and gentlemen, your panel. So kicking off right away, what we want to look at, first of all, one of the topics we're going to look at today is unrealistic expectations. We've heard the term before. It's a term that's been used a lot in social media and so on and so forth. But what is unrealistic expectations? How does it affect us in our daily lives? And how do you define unrealistic expectations? Fatah, do you want to start us off?
Unrealistic expectations. Well, expectation itself, to be honest, is, I think it's a disease, isn't it? So, putting yourself, letting yourself believe that if you don't get whatever it is at the end, you failed. So, like, if you don't pass this exam or if you don't get this goal or achievement, you like you failed and you're useless or whatever. So that's a lot. It's a big topic, to be honest. But it's yeah. I don't even know where to begin with this.
So what would you say is the difference between like unrealistic expectations and like targets and like goals?
You know, without really having goals and targets, you just setting yourself and going for it. Trying, you know what they say, aim for the sky and then see where it takes you, you know. I think that's nonsense, to be honest, because if you're setting yourself to fail, then what's the point? You know what I mean? But
fair enough. Okay, Yassine.
Okay, what are you asking me?
All right. I'll give you a case study. I'll give you a little
Scenario.
A little scenario. Yeah. Fatah touched on it briefly. Okay. He said that, for instance, in education, when you set yourself a certain standard, all right, and somehow you don't reach that standard, you feel very negatively. All right.
Yeah.
Some would say the correlation between the effort you put in and the target you put yourself, or the expectations you have, if there's a mismatch, that's where the unrealistic expectations come in. So if you put in 10% of effort and expect the best results, and you don't get those results, and as a result, that has a very negative impact on you and on your mental state. Why is that the case? Why do you think these things are happening? Why do you think people are having these unrealistic expectations? Why do you think the reality is not matching up to the effort, for instance, in that particular case study? And you can broaden it out if you want.
Right. Well, what I think is basically we live in this like Instagram generation of like social media where everyone's always showing off about the results of what they have.
Okay.
If you go on like a famous American football player, or you know what I mean, or I don't know, Conor McGregor's Instagram page, you'll find his belts and his success and his cars. You don't see all the hours of work that he puts in, even if there's 1 or 2 training videos. Do you know what I mean? So what that does is it detaches hard work and results. It makes people expect to get results without putting in hard work. When the reality is that even if you do put in 100%, if you try your best, you are not entitled to pass. Do you get me? Sometimes your best won't even be good enough. But the only thing that you can do is set yourself a target and try your hardest. And I think whatever happens after that, you can forgive yourself. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, however, if you work at 80% capacity your whole life, or even 50% capacity, and everything works out for you and you pass everything, the day that you fail, the whole kind of roof will come collapsing down on the house that you've built yourself. You know what I mean? Like setting yourself up for a massive failure that will also affect your mental state. And you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's where I'm going with.
Bang on. That was. I mean, I couldn't have put it better myself. He really did. He really did. Girls.
You can start.
God, stop. Okay. For me, I don't have a problem with the expectation. I have a problem with the reaction of how people react to the failed expectation or whatever the situation was. So they had an exam or a course or university or a job. You didn't get it. It's how you react, and that is what breaks you. Not the fact that you missed it. It's how you react. You could take forever to bounce back from that situation, or you can just say, you know what, like, it happened. What can I do to make it better and stuff? So it's really sad when you see someone who put so much effort into this one thing. It didn't happen, but then you have every right to be disappointed because we all have this expectation of achieving and being the best of ourselves and all that. But at the same time, it's just what makes you is how you react to the situation.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's
Does that
interesting.
make sense? So you can sit there and swim in that environment of the failure mindset, or you can just say, okay, I failed. What do I do next? And how do I make sure that I attempt from a different angle and stuff? And plus, as Muslims, some things we forget to say. You know, when you ask for something, we don't say, if there's khair in this, you know, give it to me. Like, we always say, like, I want this car. You know? Like, guys, I'm saving up money. I'm doing this and that to get this car. But once you get the car, you'll never know that time. Maybe I didn't want you to get that car, so it doesn't work out. So for me, personally, the way I look at it is if I put 100% and I don't get it, I'm like, boy, it's not what to do.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna throw a little question in there now.
Yeah.
Do you know these wants that we have? Do we want them because people expect us to want them? Like, for example, if someone came and said, like, Yassine, what's your life ambition? And I said, I want to have like a house and just grow some tomatoes and just live off that.
That sounds cool, by the way.
People, yeah, but a lot of people might just like kind of, you know, throw dirt on your dream and say, you know what, how are you aiming so low? So would you say that you wanting a Ferrari is an unrealistic expectation because of other people? Other people expect you to have those wants.
I think you just as a person have to define yourself first before anybody, because if you let other people define you, then whatever you do, each step will be for people. So like a car, you know, in London we don't need a car. Like I don't know much about a car.
People drive in London.
Like, don't look at me. I don't know anything about cars.
But if you want a car or a specific thing, it's just you have to want it for yourself. So again, it's just defining who you are and what you want. The moment you separate those two things, it'll be easier for you. Or else you will forever be disappointed because people want you to drive, people want you to do this, people want you to do that, and you would never reach that.
And it will always be something else.
Yeah.
You know, okay,
Once
people
you get
want
the
me.
car.
Yeah, people want me to get this. You know what? If I get this Ferrari, people will be impressed with me. I'm gonna be the man.
Exactly.
You know, okay, when you get the Ferrari, then what? What's next? Okay, people want you to do this. Be with this girl.
It's
have
never
this house.
ending.
It will never, ever, ever end. Ever.
I agree. Stop. This
That's
South
no,
London
that's
talk.
that's South London, yeah.
Yeah, we've got
Man, it's
London.
useless, you know. I've not seen that. I've not seen that
That's a
before.
great point. That's a great point.